I'm Katrina. Welcome to day 14 of the 21-day challenge. 21 minutes a day for 21 days, making little changes to feel better and live bigger. We're going to start sitting down today, a little bit more of a traditional yoga practice where we start sitting and finish sitting. So as always, throughout the 21 minutes today, never push yourself into the pain zone. Always follow your body's lead. Let's get started. 21 minutes. Begin sitting tall, legs crossed or legs straight out in front of you. That's up to you. Let's take a breath. As you exhale, just relax the shoulders. Let your hands rest heavily on your thighs and sink into the support beneath you. With your next breath in, sweep your arms up. Bring your hands together overhead, and as you exhale, let your hands float down, palm pressing to palm. Let's do another breath, just like that. Moving your arms with your breath as you inhale, sweep up. Hands come together, and exhale, hands float down. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open them. Let's come to standing at the top of the mat. Crack, crack. Everybody hear that? I sure did. All right, let's standing tall. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Bend your knees enough just so the fingertips touch. Take a breath in, lift the eyes, look forward. And as you exhale, just fold over your thighs. Inhale, let's sweep all the way back up. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees. Fingertips come to the mat. Inhale, lift the eyes, look forward. This time as you exhale, bend your knees more deeply. Plant your hands, step back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here in downward dog. Three big, beautiful breaths. Now walk your hands towards your feet. Softness in the knees. As you inhale, sweep up. Just bring your gaze straight ahead. Move slowly so you don't feel lightheaded. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, bow forward, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lift the eyes, look forward, really extend through the spine. And as you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, walk your feet back to downward dog. 2 breaths in downward dog this time. Now lift your heels, bring your knees all the way down to the mat. Coming into table pose. Keep the toes curled under. A breath. And as you exhale, just push back towards your heels just until you feel a stretch into the soles of the feet. And inhale, come up. Uncurl the toes, tops of the feet rest on the floor. Exhale, push back. Sink towards your heels now a little bit farther than you did before. Inhale, bring yourself back up to table. Curl the toes under. Exhale, lift to downward dog. One more full breath in downward dog. Now walk your feet towards your hands. Knees bent enough, your fingertips are still touching the mat, but you're not feeling any intensity in the back of the legs. Now here we go, we're going to come up halfway this time. So inhale, hands to your knees. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift all the way up. Release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This time as you exhale, sweep wide and dive down. Bend the knees to save the lower back. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Lift the eyes, look forward as you take your breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to downward dog. This time, just alternate pumping the heels nice and slow so you can feel the stretch in the back of each leg. Inhale as you lift the heel, exhale as you push the heel down. So you're not lifting and pressing simultaneously, only one action at a time. Inhaling to lift, exhale to push down. And it's okay if the heel doesn't connect when you push it down. Just press enough, sinking into the heel, to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Now as you inhale, both heels are up. Exhale, sink both heels down. Now bring your knees to the mat, coming into table pose. Walk your knees wide, bring your big toes into touch. Sit back towards your heels. Now place your right hand on top of your left. Turn your head to the right. Rest your left temple on the back of your hands. Take a breath. Relax the chin, relax the jaw. Soften the neck as much as possible to get the most out of the range of motion in your vertebrae in your neck. Now lift, turn your head to center, pause, turn your head to the left. Stack left hand on top of right. Rest your right temple on the back of your left hand. Let the back of the head feel heavy. Relax the shoulders, soften the jaw. Lift, bring your head back to center. Bring yourself to table. Toes curled under. Wait for the exhalation and lift to downward dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Knees bent enough, fingertips still touching the floor. Now slowly rising up as you take your breath in. And exhaling, release. Roll the shoulders back. Stand tall in mountain pose for 2 breaths. You can go ahead and close your eyes if that helps you bring your awareness inward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep wide and dive down. Bend your knees enough, fingertips to the mat. Lift your eyes, look forward as you take your breath in. Now keep the length in the spine here. Keep the eyes forward. And as you exhale, push the feet into the mat. Lift the hips to intensify the stretch in the back of the legs. Breathe. Breathe through the intensity. Soften your knees as you exhale. Plant your hands. Step back to downward dog. Now shift your weight into your right foot, sink into your right heel, and just slowly float your left leg up. You decide how high. You can go really high, or you can pause. Wherever it works for you, even having a softness in your knee if that feels better. But really sink into your right heel, but keep both arms long and steady. Try not to collapse through the right elbow, which is the tendency here when the weight goes to the right side. Now slowly bring the left foot back to the mat. Equal weight on both feet. Take a breath here. Now bring your knees down to table. Uncurl your toes. Press back to child's pose. Come down onto your elbows. Take the weight off the heel of your hands and just fold over your thighs. Relax your head. Let your head dangle. Use the support of your arms here. If your forehead comes to the mat, that's great. It's also great just to use the weight of your head to do a little bit of traction in the back of the neck, decompressing the vertebrae. Bring yourself back up to table. Toes curl under. On the exhalation, lift to downward dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Knees are soft. We're going to come halfway up this time, coming up slowly. Inhale, hands to the knees. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, all the way up. Release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms wide. Dive down. Bending the knees enough, fingertips come to the mat. Inhale, lift the eyes, look forward. Keep the eyes forward. As you exhale, lift the hips and intensify the stretch in the back of the legs. But again, be careful. Don't push into the pain threshold. How do you know if you've gone too far? You're holding your breath. Let the breath go and soften your body. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, walk your feet back to downward dog. All right, shifting weight this time into the left foot. Feel the left heel sinking down. Float the right foot up. You decide how high you want to lift your right leg. You can stay here for 3 breaths, just like we did on the other side. Remember, you can always change the pose, adjust the pose as you tire. Or if you find out that you went too far and your head is saying, uh-oh, I can't do this for 3 breaths. Adjust. Do what you can do and go from there. Now slowly bringing the right foot back to the mat. Equal weight on both feet. A full breath here. Lift your heels, bring your knees all the way down to the mat, coming to table pose. Now bring your knees wide, big toes together to touch. Sink back towards your heels. Go as far as you can go. Reach your hands towards the top of the mat. Really creep your fingers as far as you can. Get a really good stretch through the rib cage, the sides of the body, and sink into the mat as deeply as you can. Breathe into the rib cage. Press up and come to sitting. I'm going to sit on the rolled up blanket here, cross-legged. Take note of which leg you have in the front. All right, sitting tall. You don't have to sit on your rolled up blanket or your towel. That's completely up to you. You can sit straight out on the floor. Now inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, hinge far enough forward you can get your fingertips to the mat in front of your legs. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just soften at the elbows slowly. Kind of explore the sensations in your hips, your outer thighs, as your forward fold deepens. Take a couple of breaths. And press up. Now switching, placing the other leg in front. Sitting tall. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hinging far enough forward you can bring your fingertips to the mat. Take another breath. Don't rush the process. Take your time. As you exhale, just slowly soften at the elbows, slowly deepening the pose, feeling every little sensation that comes with the tiny change as you go 1 degree deeper into your forward fold. Breathe. Press up. Now stretch your legs out in front of you. Nice and long with both legs. Actually, I'm going to come down onto the mat, I think. Spread your toes so the weight is resting on the back of your heels. As you take a breath in, sweep the right arm up. And as you exhale, just gently turn to the left. Place your right hand to your outer left thigh and rotate through the rib cage and shoulders. Look straight to the left. Now reconnect the breath and the lower belly. As you inhale, just try to bring some length through the upper body. And exhale, untwist, coming all the way back to center. Breathe in, left arm sweeps up. As you exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh and just gently turning to look to the right. Rotating only through the rib cage and shoulders. Once you're in the twist, bring your focus, your awareness to the lower belly. Connect the breath to the lower belly. Inhale, lift yourself tall, really through the upper body. Feel the lift and length with the inhalation. And as you exhale, release. Bend your knees. Bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Stretch your legs out. Arms at your sides. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Turn your palms up. Relax the legs. Let your feet point out. Feel the heaviness at the back of the head, the shoulders, backs of the arms. Feel how heavy the backs of the hips are. Backs of the calves. And the outsides of the heels. Take a deep breath in. Feel the lift of the inhalation. The lightness. And as you exhale, sink in, connect to the heaviness. Feel your body soften. Inhale. Feel light as air. Exhale. Sink in. Ground yourself to the earth. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, sinking down. Now let go of all control of your breath and just lie still. Bask in the heaviness of your body. Bathe in your breath. Notice how still you are. Notice how calm you are. Now bring some movement to your fingers, your toes. Rotate wrists and ankles. Bend your knees, bringing your feet to the floor, and gently roll onto your right side. Take a breath. Press up. And sit tall. Hands together at the heart. Eyes softly closed or gazing downward. Let's send a blessing out into the universe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be at peace. Thank you for taking care of yourself today. Until next time, namaste.